Welcome to Maggie B Cooking, and today I will be cooking old school homemade fried chicken and gravy. Yes, it has onion. Yes, I will be fixing white rice, and yes, I will be fixing biscuits from scratch. First, we have our chicken washed and clean. I have my black pepper, salt, lemon pepper, adobo all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, mustard, and hot sauce. So, let's get into it. I'm going to add my mustard. Then I'm going to add the hot sauce for flavor. Adobo, I don't have any onion powder. We gonna hope that it's all purpose for real. Garlic powder, lemon pepper, and if your lemon pepper is salty, don't add that much. Black pepper, make sure you taste your seasonings before you add them to your meat, and a little bit of salt. If you don't want the salt, don't put it in. We're going to mix it all together. Make sure it's well seasoned. Your chicken should be well seasoned, and we're going to let it sit because we want to make sure that it is seasoned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my flour. I have two, maybe almost 3 cups of flour. And the same season I use on the chicken is the same season I'm going to use in that flour. So here I am adding the chicken to that flour. We're going to let that sit while the grease get hot. I like to take a half a stick of butter and add my 2 cups of rice, and then I'm going to stir that in, let it sit about probably a minute or two while I keep stirring it, you know. And then I'm going to take 4 cups of water, a little bit over 4 cups because it's long grain rice. And once that butter has melted into my rice after I stirred it, I think that helps my rice not be starchy. That's the reason why I like to cook it in the butter. And so here I'm just going to add it. And once I add this water to the rice, there will be no more stirring. I'm going to go around 1, and then I'm going to go around 2, and then we go put the top on it. Set that timer for 7 minutes with the top on it. Turn it up so it can boil on about 6. Then you turn it down and let it finish cooking for the next 5 minutes on 4. Here, I don't have any milk, so we gonna take this non-dairy creamer. I have hot water, because y'all know creamer don't like to dissolve in cold water. So I have hot water, and I will be adding about a good tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of that non-dairy creamer to some hot water, and we gonna make some milk. So here I have my self-rising flour, I have my baking powder, and I have that non-dairy milk that I just made. It's about a good cup of it. So let's go ahead on and get to making these biscuits. Okay, I have 2 cups of flour. I have half stick of butter. The half stick of butter, I'm going to take that and just crumble it into the flour. Just like if you was going to make it for some peach cobbler. You know, if you got your shortening, you keep on crumbling that into the flour. So here I have my baking powder. Now, it said 1/4 teaspoon. That may be about a half to 1 teaspoon. But do that much, or what you think is close to that much. We just working it out. So here I have 1 cup of that non-dairy milk, and I'm just gonna mix that in. I'm just gonna fold it over and fold it over because I just want the flour to just get moist. You know, we making dough, so we don't want it dry, and we don't want it runny like pancakes or cake. We want dough. Okay, so the milk, even though it was warm, I had to put it in the refrigerator for about probably about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Let it sit in the refrigerator, get cold, because I want my butter cold, I want the milk cold before I put it into that flour. And here I pressed it out in a bowl, and then I cut it into 6 pieces. And one thing I used to love my grandma Maggie to do was make homemade biscuits. The way she took the biscuits and then she would roll them into the butter before she put them in the oven. I love making homemade biscuits just because of that. It reminds me of my grandma Maggie every time I do it. So here, I will be making homemade gravy. Now we get into the good stuff. We got 1 whole onion, and in the bottom of this skillet, this is the skillet I fried my chicken in. I poured all the grease out except just a little bit in the bottom. Took that whole onion, put that in there. We stirred it up till it cooked. Then I took that flour that I cooked that I seasoned the chicken with, and that's the same flour that I'm using now. Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. And the flour from the chicken, of course, is seasoned, but since we're going to add water, okay, we're going to add water. So we want to make sure that it's seasoned. And you see here, okay, that little oil I had in there, it cooked the onions, but it did not cook my flour. So that oil that I got sitting to the side, yeah, let's put a little bit in there. That's the reason why we put it in a pot, because we need to come back and use that. And now I'm going to cook my flour. And my daughter, she was recording for me. She said, "Did you say cook the flour?" I said, "Yeah, we go cook the flour. That's how we make the flour brown. The onions is brown. The drippings from the bottom of the pan are brown. But now we got to cook the flour and we got to get it a little bit color." So right here I have 2 cups of water, and I put about a half a cup water in, because this is also going to help your gravy brown up. If you know anything about chicken gravy, this is all you do. It's only flour, water, onion, and a little grease. This is how you make gravy. Okay? I cook almost every other day. I told y'all I cook almost every other day. I don't drop a lot of videos because I cook a lot. And these videos, they are really time consuming when you're trying to do that and cook. No. So here, I'm going to keep on adding water. And I'm doing about a half a cup at a time. A half a cup, 1/4 a cup at a time, because I'm not going to have any clumpy, lumpy gravy. I've been doing this almost 30 plus years. So I've been making gravy for a while. And we're going to keep on adding a little water. And when we let it cook, add that little water. See, it's going to thicken up every time you add the water to it. And once you get it to that right consistency, it's almost like the same consistency as, I don't know, like cornbread. Not really cornbread, pancake mix or something like that. But it's still like if you was to have running pancake mix. And you'd be like, "No, I need to add a little water." No, don't add the water, because the skin from the chicken is actually going to help thicken up the gravy even more. Okay? And the only reason why I'm using this is because I don't have time. I didn't have time to let it just cook all the way and turn as brown as I wanted it. So we use this little browning liquid right here. Just a little drop. You see, I just put a little drop in there, and look, a little drop goes a long way. Yes, ma'am. And I buy the big container because I just, like I said, I cook all the time. But if you don't cook all the time and you just want to have something in your cabinet, this right here will take you a long way. You can add it to cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, add the little can of water to the 1 can of condensed soup mix, and add you one teaspoon of that browning liquid, and you got gravy. Okay? So right here, I'm going to add the chicken into this gravy. This right here is the best part. Even if you think that your gravy is not as thick, look at that. When you turn it like that and it coats the chicken, don't do anything else to it. Don't go in there add no more flour. Don't go in there. I hope you tasted while you was cooking it. Okay? And now here's the rice. Told you, the rice is not starchy. It's not sticking together. Plenty of butter. Plenty of butter. All the way through and through. You turn it up on 6 for 7 minutes, turn it down on 4 for the next 5 minutes, and leave the pot top on. Don't turn it off. Look at the biscuits. They buttery, soft, fluffy, bottom of it brown, the top part light, and look how the inside is. Yeah, I'm going to just put this on the plate. Let's just go. Okay, so we have our rice, and we got that good butter biscuit. Do you want fried chicken, or do you want chicken and gravy? I'm an Aries. I don't never know what I want. I want all of it. So let's put it all on the plate. Here you go. Rice with a little bit of gravy on top. The chicken, slide that up there up on the rice. With that biscuit and the fried chicken, give me my hot sauce, and I'm going to have a great night. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get the numbers up so that I can start going live and cooking with you all. And until next time I see you, to everybody, you're welcome.